Any thumbs up? I got double thumbs up. See how much fun we have here, John? All right.
Really?
We're good?
You're slowing us down.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the council meeting for May 14th. As we have quorum, I'll call the meeting to order. The time is 7 p.m. As usual, I'd like to start the meeting off in a good way by acknowledging that City of Maple Ridge carries out its business on the traditional and unceded territory of the Katzie First Nation and the Kwantlen First Nations. Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Good evening. This meeting is being live streamed and recorded and will be available to the public for playback on our website in accordance with Council Policy 3.12. The purpose of a council meeting is to enact powers given to council using bylaws or resolutions and is the venue for debate of issues before voting on a bylaw or resolution. For voting purposes, council has been provided with voting cards, green for in favor, red for opposed, yellow for point of order. For members of the public who would like to speak, their opportunity to do so will be later in the meeting during the public question period. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And we're going to move on to the next item. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Seeing none, can I get a motion to approve the agenda? Moved by Councillor Doze, seconded by Councillor Tan. Any additions, subtractions? Seeing none, call the question. All those in favor? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. Next item, can I get a motion to adopt the Mayor's Task Force on Climate Action Notes minutes from April 22nd, as well as a regular council meeting for April 23rd? Can I get a motion? Moved by Councillor Doze, seconded by Councillor Tan. Any questions, errors, omissions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion is carried unanimously. Excellent. Thank you very much. We have no presentations and we have no delegations. Next item up is the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to move the consent agenda? Moved by Councillor Doze, seconded by Councillor Tan. Any questions, comments? Seeing none, then I'll call the question. All those in favor? Motion is carried unanimously. Go Canucks, go. Moving on to the next item, 9.1. Madam Clerk.
Thank you. There is one bylaw in front of council this evening, which is the Maple Ridge Council Code of Conduct amending bylaw number 7995-2024 in front of council for adoption.
Thank you very much. Can I get a motion to move this item, please? Moved by Councillor Duick, seconded by Councillor Carreras. Any comments, questions, debate? Seeing none, call the question. All those in favor? Motion is carried unanimously. Thank you very much. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. The items in committee reports and recommendations category are staff reports presented at an earlier committee of the whole meeting to provide council with an opportunity to ask staff detailed questions. The items are now before the regular council meeting for debate and vote. There is one item this evening, number 10.1, 2023 consolidated financial statements, requesting approval.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to move this item, please? Moved by Councillor Duick, seconded by Councillor Doze. Comments, questions? Seeing none, call the question. All those in favor? Motion is carried unanimously. Excellent. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next item, please, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. The next item is the public question period. Participants in public question period are reminded that there should be no discussion of public hearing bylaws which have not yet reached conclusion. Each speaker will have 2 minutes to speak to council. A second opportunity may be provided once all speakers in the queue have had an opportunity to speak. The total time allotted for public question period is 15 minutes. If you wish to inquire about additional opportunities to address council, please contact the corporate officers. For members of the public in attendance in council chambers wanting to participate, please come forward to the microphone and state your name and city of residence for the record before beginning and addressing your comments to the mayor. Members of the public participating electronically, please register as a speaker by raising your hand, turning on your camera, and clearly stating your name and city of residence for the record before you begin. Thank you.
Excellent. Is there anybody in chambers or online who would like to speak? Oh, Mr. McKenzie, why don't you come up to the podium and state your name and your place of residence?
My name is John McKenzie. I live at 22422 North Avenue. Thank you very much for this opportunity and thank you for all your hard work and labor running this city, which is a huge job. My question is, we are going to have the Royal Crescent move down the street half a block from where I live. And they're already built the foundation and they're going to be moving the modular units fairly soon. And I asked, when we were at the housing summit, I asked the director of Coast Mental Health about whether they would have security. And I couldn't get a clear answer on that. There's a lot of families and a lot of children in that area. A lot have moved into the new condo complex. And they're concerned about security in the area. So what are we going to do about security in that area? Because what happens when you have that facility, it draws a lot of other people who actually camp out and on the lawns outside. So what are we going to do about security when that moves? And I think it's scheduled for June or July.
Thank you for the question. Actually, I think the answer you'll find is in the BC Housing Ministry report that they did on the modulars and what the recommendations they put forward to the new facility. So they will have, there's a series of things that I'd have to go back and check on them, but there's a series of things of making sure that there's, I think, double coverage there, that it's more secure. Everything that the challenges that they found that the modular, they've agreed to take a different approach. But I think all the recommendations are in that housing, BC Ministry Housing report.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I know I just want to make a comment that the police and the community security have really done a good job in our area because I live right in this area. So cleaning up the areas is really quite a job. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming here and speaking to us today. And your time is up now. Is there anybody online who wishes to speak? Is there anybody else in chamber that wishes to speak? Okay, seeing as how there's nobody else, I will end question period and move on to the next item. Mayor and councillor reports. Is there anybody who wishes to speak? Councillor Carreras, followed by time's up.
I'm going to talk for an hour. No, I have a whole list here, but I'm only going to talk to three things because I know there's many other folks that attend other things and I don't need to do a calendar list of everything I do. Two things or three things. One is I attended the Youth Talent Show last week as part of the Youth Week. Oh my goodness, if you ever have the chance, you need to go. It is fantastic. The youth were absolutely unbelievable. And one of the best groups was this band of 5 kids. They couldn't have been more than 12, rocking hard, like hard rock. And they had the whole place just cheering them on. It was super, it was super cool. So next year, I think this is an annual event. And if you can, get out to it. On the piece around youth, I attended the Lightning Thief at Garibaldi. This is a youth-run production. It was staged by youth, it's acted by youth, it was directed by youth, it's produced by youth, and the selling of the tickets and all that stuff is done by youth. And I think there are a few more shows this week, but it was fantastic. So it's another thing I encourage you to go see. And again, that's part of supporting young people in our community and celebrating the work that they're doing. The one last piece, as last night I was able to attend the YWCA Women of Distinction Awards. This is my 3rd time attending it, and every time I'm totally blown away by the amazing talent and power that is in that room and the nominees, the incredible work that they are doing in our province. They are leaders, they are innovators, they're scientists, they're artists, they're reconciliation, they're young people. But I wanted to bring this up because one of our own was nominated in the business and professionals category, and Katerina Anastasiadis was there and she was nominated. And even just to be nominated is something to celebrate and recognize, because the caliber of women that are nominated, even to get shortlisted, is pretty cool. So congratulations to Katerina for making the list, and hopefully we see many more from Maple Ridge going on. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Councillor Youssef.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And if you haven't bought your Wine Fest tickets for tomorrow, the Meadow Ridge Wine Fest, please do. Go Canucks, go.
Thank you. Any other further comments? Oh, Councillor Dewey.
Just
Cynthia.
quickly, just because I want to commend staff, the home show. We went to, everybody participated in the home show, but it takes a lot of work behind the scenes. And I know Karen Hansen isn't the only one that does it. She has a team behind her, and a lot of our staff were there all weekend too. But it really was amazing. It was well done. Everybody really appreciated the information we were sharing and what was there, and the TV screen and everything. So thank you to our staff for putting on yet another amazing home show.
Thank you. No others? Then I'll jump in. I'll take my time. There's a power play for Edmonton right now. I'm not looking. First of all, it is BC Museum Week, which is kind of exciting. This is a chance to celebrate and honor the past where we came from. It's a chance to dive into our city's vibrant history and culture. You can see this by visiting our museums. From intriguing exhibits to immersive experiences, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Take the time, take the family, learn, explore, support our community heritage, which, the past is what brings us to where we are today and propels us to the future. So BC Museum Week, yay, let's go. Second thing, stop moving. Second thing is also Citizenship Week. So it's an opportunity to recognize that a lot of where we came from is from around the world. And a lot of those folks have settled here, have made this their home, their place of residence, where they're building their families. I think for me, my parents came from Morocco back in the 50s. And, so I think, where? Denmark, there we go. So it's good to recognize the value that new citizens can bring to not only our community, our region, and our country. So extend a warm welcome to those embarking on their journey as new citizens. Looking forward to meeting them as we get to Canada Day later on. Finally, the last thing I want to do announce is May 16th is the Moose Hide campaign, right? Honoring, so the Moose Hide campaign is a piece of moose hide which you wear to recognize and stand against violence against Indigenous women and children. If you don't have one, let us know. We have some upstairs. It's good to wear. It's just calling out the violence that we've seen over the years. So wear it with pride and work together towards a safer community for all. And on that note, I have nothing further to say. Do we have anything else, Madam Clerk? Seeing as how we have no further business, I will adjourn the meeting.